Hello there and welcome to this new video. Now today I'm gonna be building 3 apps live with you watching me, and it's not gonna take me more than 30 minutes. I promise you that. Now for those that don't know me, I am Tim. I am AI automation engineer, freelancer, and I also ran my AI agency for a while. Now till this point I worked with over 100 of clients, I built hundreds of automations, and I noticed that some businesses have the same pattern and the same problem. In this video I'm gonna build 3 solutions for the 3 biggest and most recurring problems I noticed happening. Now let's get straight to the walk. First, we've got an app that helps construction builders, any type of construction site, understand their storage and their stock. From what I noticed, I work with a company in Czech Republic, one of the biggest ones there. I noticed the biggest trouble wasn't even building the actual construction and the houses. The trouble was the storage. Things get misplaced and then obviously money gets lost. That's why I built this app. What you do is you just create templates. So for example, kitchen renovation, you choose how many bricks, how many cements, copper pipe, basically how many material it takes. Then you add that. You come to your storage. Here you can add all of your custom materials. So quantity, reorder, everything. And then you go to the dashboard, you start a job, click the template, and it deducts from all of your storage the materials that are needed for this specific job. Then you also receive reorder alerts. Whenever it gets to a point, you can set these points up in the storage. So for example, for floor tiles, we want to reorder at 15. And the cost of unit is $25 per unit. So it will bring us a message that we need to reorder. The second option and the second scenario is for any service-based business, really anybody that books meetings, which is probably everyone, either if it is a sales call or if it is a real service-based thing like, for example, consultation or massage. You can use this. And I know it is a big trouble because a lot of people still in 21st century are using, for example, notebooks and manually booking people themselves in, then sending over reminders themselves. This is what fixes it. You can just add new appointment. It is a 2-step process. For example, let's write a name, Tim, service, haircut. I would actually need one. Haircut. Okay, email address, we can put mine, and phone number, we can do whatever we want for now. Okay, let's continue. Here we can choose whatever time we want, and we set the appointment. Once we've got the appointment, we can send reminder, we can send confirmation, we can send missed you text, so a no-show text, or a thank you text. Send by email, WhatsApp, text, or just copy the message. Just to let you know, this took me about 10 minutes to build, and I will build it with you live in a few seconds. Then the third one is document checker, which is for loan officers. A bit more specific, but is a super helpful use case because I noticed loan officers loan advisors and brokers have over hundreds of clients and thousands of documents they need to analyze, and the clients obviously don't remember everything. So they ask, what type of document do you still need from me? And my clients sometimes cannot know. That's why we track it here. You create a new contact, you add everything, all of the documents they need, and then you receive something like this. You can also send over messages and emails of what they still need. Okay, now let's get to the building. You can either go down in the description, I will leave a link for this app I'm using, which is whacka.app, or you can just search it up, Whacka. You can sign in, sign up, the pricing is pretty nice, and you also get a free trial with 8 credits, so make sure to check it out. And yeah, once you logged in, you will see something like this, super simple UI for beginners. In here, you just describe what you want. Now I already prepared this. We'll be starting off with the loan document tracker. This is the first app we will be building. I already prepared the prompt though. What I realized when I started to work with this app is the AI in here is so sophisticated, you don't really even need to know how to prompt engineer because it will do the work for you. I just like to be structured and I don't want to waste your time, that's why I did it this way. Now, what we'll see on the right is the UI and everything happening in real time, so all the building, and on the left we have a chat where we can describe our changes, what we like, what we don't like. Now this first app solves the biggest problem that I experience with my loan officer clients, which is the document tracking. I mean, there is hundreds of clients they have and they cannot remember every single document that needs to be sent over, and of course the clients have trouble remembering them as well. I apologize for the little stumble there with my language. Now I will come back to you once this is done, though don't get scared of this. Most of the time takes like 3 minutes. It's the fastest AI I have seen. Okay, great. So we've got the first version, and just for the sake of this, it took 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which is, it's mind-blowing to me, since if I would send the same prompt to Cloud Code, which is, I mean, AI that everybody uses, it would take like 15 minutes to generate this output. So yeah, now let's get straight to the app and let's get to testing. First, basically we want to create a new borrower. Also on the left in the chat side, we receive a quick summary and the steps that we need to take and how to use this, which is pretty great. Borrower name, let's do John Smith as is in the example. Loan stage, let's do the pre-approval. Okay, documents needed, let's do the forms, tax returns, credit report authorization, and 100% also we want self-employment. Okay, amazing. Now what we can see is the whole profile of John Smith and the stuff that we still need from him. As we can see, we can just click and it changes to either needed, requested, or received. And if we want to send over a message to this guy, we can just click this button to send over email, or okay, we don't have email connected, so we can just copy the message. That's what we are going to do 100%, because I mean, copying a message then going to Gmail, that takes a while and I don't like it. So that's the first change we want to do. So integrate this with email, so we can send our emails, not just copy text. And as you can see, super simple stuff. I'm just talking in plain language, describing what I want with the changes. Let's paste it over. We will give it a few seconds. Again, while that's happening, we can check out the UI. And another thing I just noticed is we did not log in on sign up. So that's another change that we 100% want to do. So also create a login dash registration page. So every single app, every single data is connected to specific lead, specific not lead but specific person, let's do, or user. Okay, because right now if I were to open this on my new device, for example on my phone here, then the data would not show because there is no connection between them. Okay, now the Gmail is getting ready. We can see also the steps that it is taking, and it's done. 46 seconds, just for the sake of it. Crazy stuff. Okay, so let's check it out. We don't need to create a new one, we just click this, send what we still need, borrower email. We can do my email for the sake of this video. We can see the email. So hi John, just a friendly reminder to keep your loan moving smoothly. We are still waiting on the following from you. Okay, whenever we get a chance, send these over. We'll keep things on track. Thanks so much. Let me know if you have any questions. Great, send the email. And what really is interesting to me, what type of email will it send over, since we did not integrate our email address. So let's see, let's open up my email, and it sent over an email from their actual domain. So this is already set it up. You don't really need to integrate anything, which is pretty good, I would say. Doc flow via Whacka, a quick reminder on your remaining documents. So hi John, and this is the email that we just checked out. Great, this is pretty nice. I wouldn't really change anything. It should be this simple. That's what we want, though. Yeah, so the UI looks good. We can also delete the people if they're no longer a lead or anything. And yeah, I would say we are pretty much done with the first one. Let's publish it right now. Let's publish all of the information. And also on the left side you have just chat, and then you have app. In this app section you can browse all of the data, so you can see like in Google Sheets or Supabase. Now I know that for this a lot of tools are used. For example, Go High Level, you can add tasks there, but in Go High Level I would say it isn't customizable like this. There is hundreds of things in Go High Level, and I would not recommend using it this way, since it can mess up your whole process of work. Okay, now let's open the app, and we've got a working app. It took us exactly 5 minutes to build this. I would say pretty good. Amazing, we've got the first app, Doclo, built for us. First solution done. Now let's move on to the second stage and the second solution, which is an appointment booking platform. I mean, everybody, almost every service-based business that I worked with is somehow booking appointments. If it's either a sales call, if it's this consultation, if it is a massage, everybody is using appointments, and there is so many platforms that are costing you hundreds of dollars monthly for something that is this simple to create. So yeah, let's go back to my prompt section. I will leave this also down below if you want to test it out, try it out for yourself. I will leave this document in the description, and let's paste it over, click enter, and we are done with the work. Now I can walk you through the quick prompt. So build me a simple appointment reminder tool for a service business that wants to cut down no-shows. Obviously that's what we're going to do, because if you are booking manually, like most of the people, either into Google Sheets or even like in some notebook like this, that's not ideal. Sending manual reminders is pretty terrific, and this time in 21st century is not the ideal. So that's how I would do it this way. Now I will again come back to you once it is done. It will probably take a few minutes, and yeah, see you then. Amazing, and we are done. Now let's check the app out. It created a name, Sketcher. Now that's the first change because I really don't like that. Let's change the name for something simpler and more modern, because I mean Sketcher, what the hell is that? Okay, let's try creating a new appointment. So client name. Another thing that I can see is we only have a phone number in here. We 100% also want to do an email. To the contact information, add email, since we want to send reminders through email. I feel like sending reminders through email is much simpler and much better for the customer as well as for the client. Client name, let's do Peter. Let's just do Peter. Phone number, whatever we think of. Service, let's do haircut. Okay, and then the next thing that I can see is this is a bit weird. So the calendar is pretty simple. I would make it more modern. I would probably change the calendar type. So let's do change the calendar, make it more modern, functional, and better for clients to use. Creating appointments, we can make it like 2 steps. So for example, in one step you choose the name, email, the phone number, and the thing that you are offering, and in the next step we can do the calendar thing. Appointments can be 2-step process. First take the contact info, then a whole page just for picking the time so it looks better. Okay, now let's send this off. Again, we will probably wait a few seconds. This is on the more functional side, isn't just the UI here. Okay, so enough. Let's give it a few seconds and see the change. Okay, we can see that we've got the new changes. We've got a rename for booked, which is much better. I mean, it's similar to Bookio, but I mean, that's not trouble. Let's add the appointment. We can see it is a 2-step now. Name, let's do my name. Service, haircut. Right, I mean, haircut is pretty good. I would need a haircut, to be honest with you. Okay, let's do my email, phone number. Let's do also my phone number for the sake of this video, though I don't think it will be sending over my phone number to my phone number any messages. I don't know for sure. That would blow me away, really. I mean, the email is good enough. And we can see the calendar is looking like 10 times better. I mean, obviously this is a completely different thing. So let's choose some time, 1:30 p.m. for tomorrow. We can see it also says it here. I really like this, and also it was from one simple prompt, change the calendar, make it more modern, functional, and better for client to use. Pretty nice. But what I seem to notice is there are no appointments appearing. So we've got not functional app. This is Tim from the future. I would just like to remind you that you forgot to notice that this is for today, or at least it was, and you booked all of your appointments for tomorrow. That's why I didn't notice them. Now, we fixed it. So from now on we can see up here, we've got appointments for today, tomorrow, and the whole next week ahead of us. So yeah, you can see everything. Okay, let's do tomorrow. These ones we just created. Let's, for example, click this. We can see it is reminded, confirmed, no show, and done. When we click no show, we should send a better reminder. Hi, temporary reminder of your haircut appointment on Saturday. Copy message, WhatsApp, text, or email reminder. Now we do not really like this because we want multiple messages. Let's do multiple types of messages. For example, no show, confirmation, done, and reminder. Okay, now we'll again give it a few seconds, but it should be done in a bit. Okay, amazing, and we are done once more. So let's check it out. Let's do a reminder, send reminder. And here we can choose if it's a confirmation, if it's missed you, so no show, or if it's just thank you for afterwards. Okay, so let's read through them. Reminder, heart with a reminder of your haircut. Pretty simple. Confirmation, you are confirmed for your haircut. Okay, so this is right afterwards. Missed you, hi Timothy, we missed you for your haircut on Saturday. And thank you, hi Timothy, thanks so much for coming in for your haircut today. Yeah, I pretty much like this. Now let's do send by email, so you can check if it is again working through our email. And yes, it is working, pretty nice. Okay, now let's also test out the SMS if it is working. So text message, SMS, let's open this up. I'm not sure what it is, but or send by text. Okay, so the text message isn't integrated. I would completely delete it, since yeah, setting up SMSs, you need some verifications. You don't want to be messaging all of people out of nowhere, because that can get you in some legal troubles. So delete the WhatsApp and messages like SMS. Keep email and keep the copying. Okay, and we are done. Let's give it a few seconds, then let's publish it. And we've got another app build, which took us quite a bit of a while, but not because of the app, but because of my mistakes. I just didn't notice that the appointments are for today. I thought it's for the whole time, so yeah. Okay, let's give it a few seconds. Okay, let's see that it's done. So message, thank you, send by email and copy message. This is all we need. Amazing. Now let's open it up as an app, and we can see that it's working the same way. Amazing. Let's close it up, and let's get to the third build. Now our third build will be a bit of a more sophisticated one. I will be honest with you, I'm pretty excited how will the AI take it up and how we will figure out what we want. It's basically, I worked with a lot of construction companies, and I noticed they have big trouble with storages. It isn't the problem is not building the house, it is to understand the storage and the stock they've got, because a lot of the times things get misplaced, money gets lost. So yeah, what I want to do is build like a storage tracker. Now there's a lot of tools again for this that are outdated, that are from 2010, that have no APIs, no access. You need to actually study engineering to understand them. That's why we want to build something simple like this in a few minutes. Okay, now once again I will come back to you once it is already amazing and we are done once more. So let's check it out, make some changes, and yeah, let's get straight to it. We've got the UI, it is a bit futuristic, I kind of like that actually. So we can see that here we've got some dashboard, basic information, stock value, low stock, active job. So if the stock gets below a certain price, it gets you a alert, which is pretty nice. And yeah, let's click start a job. Create a job template first, and you can start jobs from it. Okay, so we've got templates. Basically, I believe these templates, how they work is you can choose how much your product costs and the build costs, and then you can just take them away next time the same price. Okay, so how I believe these templates work is basically you have some products, and if they repeat, you can just click the same product again and it will take away all of the stock and storage sources that it did before. So let's do brakes, let's do like 200, and let's do 30, copper pipe, let's do 10 meters, electrical, let's do 30, floor tiles 10, and paint, let's do 50. Obviously you can adjust this stuff, you can create new materials that you are using. I'm sure it is somewhere in here. Let's do bathroom renovation. Great, let's create a template. Okay, current template is created. Now let's go to storage. and we can see we can create and add any type of material that we want. And because in the paint we added 50 liters and we only have 40, it should send over a alert for us, which is pretty interesting. I cannot wait to see what it is. Customer side, let's do Peter's home 16 15. Yeah, no, I'm pretty creative, genius. Okay, so deduct and reorder needed, minus 10 liters of paint left. Okay, so we can see that we've got reorder alert, active jobs, this active job. We can go to history, we can see that we've got our job in history, templates, the same template, and storage, we've got minus 10, which is obviously trouble. Now let's adjust it, let's do reorder, so we can reorder it, let's do 10. Okay, let's do 15 because we've got the reorder at 10. Save changes, and we are good to go. Amazing. I don't really even need to do any adjustment here. It just did everything I expected it to do. And I can tell you, just this app, you can sell just this app if you are not the client using this for like $750. And it took us exactly 4 minutes to build this. Amazing and mind-blowing. So yeah, this is about it. Okay, amazing. This is about it. I hope this video was helpful to you and you liked it. We built 3 amazing apps in span of like 15 minutes, maybe 20. I don't know how long this video will be. And if you like this type of content, make sure to leave down a like, subscription. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.